So left view of I, that is going to be what? Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now this video is going to be really interesting because I have been back from a little break from this YouTube, and starting from now onwards we'll be looking at questions from medium level difficulties. Okay, so let's dive straight into the question of what it is and what all things we are going to look into the question. It is really interesting. It looks complex, but it is not. So let's dive straight into the question, like what it is. So basically, we are given like a matrix, a grid. So we need to find what is the skyline. Okay, we are given a skyline. Let's say we have, for example purpose, I will be using only 1D array, right? So we have 7, 5, 2 and 8. Okay, so let's consider like this. This is height 7, this is height 5, this is 2 and this is 8. So right now the skyline for let's say this, and this is, okay, this is not, yeah, so this is the current skyline of this. Okay, now let's say in front of this there is another building with 6, 3, 1 and let's say 7. Okay, so it will be like, it is 6, so it will be here, this is 3 and this is 2, so this is going to be somewhere here. Okay, and this is 1, so it is going to be here. This is 7. Okay, so this is it is going to be like this. We have these buildings. Okay, this is, I'm sorry for the drawing. Okay, so now this is 6, this is 7, this is 5, this is 3, okay, this is 2, this is 1, this is 7, this is 8. So now what is the maximum size of the buildings of this second row that I can increase so that the skyline remains unchanged? So I can increment the 6 to 7 so that it gets completely covered. Okay, so this will be like 1 increment, then this 3 to 5, that is going to be 2, this 1 to 2, that is going to be 1, and 7 to 8, that is going to be 1. So it is going to be 2 plus 3, 5. This I have to return. Okay, it is that simple. But another thing that we need to take care is that this is that we did was only from one particular direction. Okay, but we need to take care of all 4 directions. Okay, so let's say if this is like 7, 6, 5 and 2. Okay, if I change, let's say this building over here, okay, this should not change the skyline viewed by all other 3 people standing in different directions. Okay, so one skyline change should not affect the other viewers. That is the main thing that we need to take care about this question. So how are we going to do this? So let's dive straight into the code now. Sorry, not the code, the explanation here. Okay, that how are we going to solve this? So I'll be taking the first example. So what is it? 3084. Let me write it here. 3084, and we have 2457, 2457, then we have 9263, 9263, and we have 0310. Yep, great. So this is our matrix that we have. Let me draw the outlines as well. Great. Okay, so yeah, so this is our row 0, 1, 2, 3. This is our column 0, 1, 2 and 3. So how are we going to solve this? So for that, the first step that we are going to follow is that we will take 2 arrays. First is going to give us the left view of our not exactly the left view, but it will give us the maximum value of each row. Okay, so if we go, like if we see from the left side, okay, there is, the left side is covered, so I'm taking on the right side. If we look from here, okay, so if we are looking on the side, then we are looking at the rows. Okay, but if we are looking from the bottom or the top, we are looking at the columns, right? So what we'll do is we'll create, so we'll create a left view and we'll create a top view. Left view will give us the maximum height of a building in each row, that is in 0th row, in 1st row, in 2nd row, in 3rd row. Okay, top view will do the same thing, but it will give us the maximum value in the column, in the columns. Okay, so this column, this column, this column, this column, and this column. So let's create these arrays. Okay, so left view, for the 0th row, okay, we have the maximum as 8. For the next one we have maximum 7. For 2nd row we have 9, and for 3rd row we have 3. Okay, and the top view, the 0th column we have 9. In the 2nd column we have 4. In the 3rd column we have 8, and the last column we have 3. Oh, I'm sorry, not 3, it is 7. Okay, this is 7. So our 50% of the job is already done here. How? Let me show you. So let me write it like this. Okay, 8, 7, 9, and 3. And this is 9, 4, 8, 7. So what I will do here is that I will compare for each of the value 8, 9, 8, 4, 8, 8, 8, 7, and I will write the smaller one here. Okay, so 8 and 9, smaller one is 8. I'm sorry, 8 and 4, the smaller one is 4. 8 and 8, it is 8. 8 and 7, 7. I'll fill all this to show you what I am doing here. Okay, 7, 4, 7, 7. This is 9, 4, 8, 7, and this is 3, 3, 3, and 3. Okay, so what is this whole purpose of this doing this? Okay, if you will see here in the question, like in the solution, this is the final grid that we will have. Okay, that will help us to increase the buildings such that the skyline remains unchanged. Okay, so if you will see here, 8487, 8487, that's true. 7477, 7477, that's true. Okay, then we have 9487, 9487. At the end we have 3333, and we have 3333. Okay, so this is the answer, not to the question that is asked, but it gives us the answer that this is how our skyline will look after incrementing the size of the buildings such that the skyline remains unchanged. Okay, but we don't need this. We need the value, the total value of what we are incrementing. Okay, so how do we find that? So it is quite simple. We simply do 8 minus 3. This is our initial. Okay, this is our initial. This is our final. Okay, now if we do 8 minus 3, it will give us like how much we increase the height of this building so that the skyline remain unchanged. Okay, it did not affect any other sides as well, and it also kept the skyline unchanged. Okay, so if we do this, we will get 5. Initial, like final minus initial, it will give us 5. Similar way we can do like 4 minus 0. Let me 8 minus 3, that was 5. Then we have 4 minus 0, that is 4, plus we have 8 minus 8, that is 0, plus we have 7 minus 4, that is 3, and so on. So if you will continue doing this till the whole array, okay, we'll finally get our answer, that is 35 in this case. Okay, so that is all about the explanation of this particular problem. it seems complex. I know, I have been there. When I was doing this for the first time, I also faced the same problem. I got really confused with the questioning and the way it was asked, and also the diagram that they have provided. It was also quite frightening to see, because when we are looking at these questions for the first time, we are quite often scared with all these things, like, okay, if I'm working with this, I have to take care of all the three things as well. But if the more you solve, you will understand that these things are, half of these things are just to to scare you and to throw you in the off direction. Okay, if you just focus on the things that are really required to solve these problems, then you won't face such kind of difficulties in solving any problem. Okay, so now let's get into the code. It is really simple. Okay, so first thing that we need is that we need arrays, the left view and the top view. But before that, we will be using the size of this grid a lot, so I will create that size first, so that every time I won't have to create this grid dot size, and every time to get the size of the whatever the matrix that is given to us, right? So what I'll do is I will store it in a variable, let's say size, that is going to be grid dot size. Okay, now we need two vectors. One is going to be left view and its size is going to be size, and another is going to be, let's say, top view, and again its size is going to be size. Okay, now first thing is that we need to fill these two arrays, okay, the vectors. For that, what I'll do is let's go to the grid. I'm sorry. Okay, so left view of I, that is going to be what? It is going to be the maximum of grid ij, the value at the ith row and jth column in the grid, and the value at left view or at already existing left view, and we want the maximum of that. Okay, so for that, what we'll do is max of left view I, comma, what is this, grid ij. Same thing goes with top view. We have autocomplete, great. Max of top view of I, and this time we are going with the columns, right? For the top view, we are taking the maximum value of the columns. For that, what we'll do is ji. Okay, so our arrays are finally ready. Now we need to return our result, right? So let me create our result as well. Okay, how are we going to do this? Let me okay, so what we need is that result, we are going to add to it what? The minimum value, as I said. Okay, the minimum value between 8, 9, 8, 4, 8, 8, and we will subtract this initial value from it, final minus initial. Okay, so minimum value of top view of j, since it is a column, and left view of I will subtract from what? Grid ij from it. Okay, at the end I will simply return this result. Let me submit this. Okay, so I know the time complexity is really bad. We are going to, like, the time complexity right now is O of n square. Okay, which is not a very good one. Okay, but it's it's good to get started with the medium level questions. We are slowly getting hang of what to expect from medium level questions, and what kind of complexity we might face. Okay, although it seems complex, it is really, really simple. You just need more and more practice to continue to understand these kind of questions. You can see, like, it was hardly 4 lines of code. Okay, we just had to run 2 for loops. But with the thing with medium level questions is that the coding part, that is a secondary thing. The primary thing comes about what or how do you approach a problem. Okay, how do you solve the problem, how do you process the problem with the proper information that is given inside the problem. Okay, so I hope you understood this, and I hope you like this as well. And yeah, thank you for watching, and do let me know if you have any other problems for me to solve from any other platform. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep coding.